Hope everyone out there is doing well. Today we are going to be taking on the Kanto Gym Leader Castle in Pokémon Stadium 2, of course. And to reiterate, as with my past streams, we are using the Mord's moveset hack, aka Mord's Edition, which is what I just kind of opted to call it. I guess that's not actually the title of the ROM hack, but whatever. It just alters the rental Pokemon movesets. But we're still at a disadvantage because they're not always 100% optimal or what we necessarily want. And also, it seems like if there is a potential speed tie, then the opposing trainer will always win. So Rentalmons probably have like unoptimal DVs or something like that, but I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that, yeah, I think most of these guys, if not all of them, I guess I only checked these two last time. Yeah, it seems like I think all of the Kanto leaders are just one single encounter, from what I can tell. Otherwise, it would, show you kind of the layout of how many trainers you had to fight beforehand. So I feel like this is going to go pretty quick. And then, of course, we fight Red, but, like, last time was definitely the worst of it in terms of, like probably crashing out and just, like, getting cheesed by BS. But even though we can do these in any order, I'm kind of partial to just doing the Kanto order, although I was going to say, I always think that this is Sabrina's badge, the Soul Badge or whatever. But isn't there something about like how the Soul Badge and Marsh Badge might have gotten switched or something? I don't know how true that is. It would make sense though, because like Janine and Koga down in Fuchsia is kind of... It's Marsh adjacent. I mean, it's not like a full-on Marsh, but like Game Boy limitations maybe preventing more distinct environments. I don't know. Let's fight Brock. Alright. So the thing is, we can easily, like, if I lose, I can just counter team the next time and probably win on a second try. So I don't want to put too much thought into this. I think, like, Blastoise is a good pick. Mintberry, maybe. Well, I don't know. How important is getting a rest off here? Depends on if I'm bringing, like, Slowking or something like that. But I'm also, like, what would he counter pick? Like, he's weak most to waters and grasses, primarily. Right, and like fighting as well, but fighting's physical, and rock types tend to have high phys def, so like, I'm probably, maybe I'll bring a fighting type just in case there's a normal I have to break, randomly. I don't know why there would be that though. But yeah, like, he might have like an electric type or a fire type to counter opposing waters and grasses, in which case maybe I'll bring my own like rock type or something like that, like a rock ground. Rock and or ground type to try to counter that specifically, but I'll probably just bring one, or I'll just bring Doug or something. I don't know. Right, for the possible fire and or electric type, yeah, we'll just bring Doug. I like Blastoise. Vileplume's an interesting one. The issue with the grass poisons is they're neutral to Earthquake, so it's like it'd be nice to bring something that isn't weak to Rock, obviously, which is probably not their greatest idea. I don't know, man. There's not many pure grasses. I mean, like, Eggy is an interesting idea. It has decent defense. It has Explosion as, like, a possible out as well. It's not super fast, though, but, like, what's Meganium's moveset? I know that Mon's not that great, but it doesn't even have a grass move. Ugh. What else is there in Johto decks? Blossom, also not a grass move. Unfort. Swords Dance Sludge Bomb is weird. Okay. Jumpluff is kind of like cheese. Also, it's weak to rock. I don't hate the idea of bringing a fighting though, like just in case, but like most rock types in this, like at this point in the series, are all physically defensive. Oh, maybe for like a T-Tar. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hate to bring like the same fighting type every single time. I can bring Hitmontop maybe. Just for fun. Anti-burn. And then what else did I say? I said a grass type would be good, and I think Eggy might be the answer. Sure. Anti-confusion, maybe? I mean, I can't imagine Brock is going to use very much status, TBH. I'm going to just go Confusion Berry, I suppose. Alright, so we have a Water Wave of Grass, we've got a Ground potential counter picks if he has an Electric and or Fire type of some kind. I don't know what that would be, but... And then a Fighting type for potential... T-Tar, particularly. This thing is weak to Earthquake in this gen. This is why I like abilities. It's like, it would make Weezing a great pick, because it'd be neutral to Rock and it would be immune to Ground, but it's not in this gen, so like, it kind of makes it less great, even though the Fizz Def is good. Just coverage. I know this isn't like a great pick for Brock in particular, but I'm probably gonna bring like Stoys, Eggy, and Doug or something like that, so like these last couple of picks I don't really think matter that much in the grand scheme. I don't know, maybe like a Steelix or something? Or maybe like... Oops. Because I know Steelix is like weak to Earthquake, but it's like, well... No, because all of his mons are probably going to have like Quake and Slide, I would imagine. I don't see why they wouldn't. Bring Bro as like an extra water. Sure. Again, I'm not like overly concerned about these fights. I kind of think they're going to be a breeze, especially compared to last time. Yeah, so he's got like an Omastar, which is what Eggy is good for. Ooh, I didn't bring... My only fire coverage is this thing. But this thing's also kind of good into Kabutops and Omastar. Because I don't think those guys get Earthquake in this gen, so like, I think Buzz is a good pick. Just because I need something to break Fori. I didn't think about Fortress, because that's like an anime... Like a Brock anime kind of adjacent pick. Stoys versus Bro. I mean, I guess Bro has higher Fizz Def. I should have put the Mint Berry on him, maybe. But maybe Stoys is better because it's better into Pinsir. Maybe I lead Stoys in case he leads one of his Rock Grounds and I can Reflect. I bring Egg and Buzz, maybe? The problem is if I lose Blastoise early... Let's just try it. Again, I don't want to overthink it because it's just one encounter per gym. So, I have a feeling that these are gonna go a little quick. Also, I love that the animations in this game are so good. But the cannons like coming out and then like retracting, it's like, yes, this is how this would function, like actually. I just Surf Raw, like I don't even care if he switches. And he just goes for Earthquake. This is an Onix, like it's weak as shit. Yeah, this destroys this. Oh god, what is that Sass sprite, dude? Yeah, this is kind of like a victory lap, I feel like. I don't want to get too confident, but... Yeah, there's the Pinsir. I kind of figured Pinsir would be brought, especially because it beats my Grass. I kind of want to set up a Reflect and then switch to Buzz and Fire Punch this, maybe? Oh, it just has Seismic Toss. Does this thing even get, like, a good bug move in this gen? Does it even get Mega Horn? Alright, so that's turn one. I'm thinking I'll rest this turn even though it burns a turn of Reflect. Because then I end up at full health and I can switch in safely later. Yeah, we get back to full. It's status. And then I could go Egg and Boom, but I'm nervous about like Kabutops or something in the back, so I'm just gonna go Buzz and Fire Punch, I think. I could have always brought like a Houndoom or something along those lines, because it seems like Seismic Toss is this thing's fighting move. But then again, I could bring like a Moltres or something like that. That's also a decent pull. I don't know what Pinsir's speed is. I know it's not, like, it's not slow. But, okay, we're faster. So I'm wondering if Fire Punch 2 shots. And we get a burn, which allows us to 2-shot, which is huge. Yeah, this should kill. And if he has 40 last, then GG's, I guess. We'll get a little bit of chip. Dude, Brock's portraits are funny as hell. He has Golem in the back. We know we're faster than Pinsir. A little chip. Oh, that, well, okay, that was, I was gonna say that, oh, that was with Reflect Up, but it was Seismic Toss anyway. I just go, no, maybe, no, actually Eggy was the right switch here, but I think I win regardless. I think Eggy was the right switch because it resists EQ. That was a misplay. That was a misplay on my part. My bad. Magnitude. Magnitude 3. Magnitude 9. Why do they keep getting 9s? Any crit. Holy shit. Am I faster though? This Golem's slow as shit, so like... It doesn't even end up mattering. It'd be crazy if we lived a crit from Golem. That thing has like 130 attack. But it was Magnitude and not... Well, actually, Magnitude 9, isn't that... Hello, Firefox? Where are you? Where is this tab? Hold up. Why are you showing up on this monitor? What the fuck? Magnitude Pokemon. I just sacked this. I try to get a Reflect off. Magnitude 9 is actually 110. It's actually stronger than Earthquake. If it was a Magnitude... Did I say 10? Magnitude 9 is 110. That's what I said. Magnitude 10 would have been enough to kill with a crit. Still crazy, though. We go Buzz because we're faster and Fire Punch and win. Easy. The only reason this will take a decent amount of time is because there's 8 trainers and these battles are slow as shit. But the number of trainers you're facing, like, see, slower battle animations can work in situations like this where it is like, you know, it's only 3v3. If these were all 6v6s, it would take forever. As much as I think in a lot of contexts that's a more interesting format, like I think for like a lot of battle facilities like Pokemon World Tournament, which I know that's not like a Frontier facility, but it might as well be. I feel like 6v6 there would have worked better because it's just like, you know, 3 battles, you know, like a quarterfinals, semifinals, finals kind of bracket. Oh, I see. It starts glowing. I see. I'll just go in order. And so I feel like for that, it's like every run of the Pokemon World Tournament is only 3 fights. So it's like it kind of feels like it just ends in 3 battles. And to expand on my thoughts on that, when I think I said that earlier on in the series, is here you get team preview and you get to kind of pick your 3 according to what your opponent has. And in PWT, again, as great as of a bonus thing as that is, and as much as Black and White 2 is my favorite mainline game, for mostly other reasons, but like that's a nice bonus. But it's like you just pick your 3 up front and just kind of pray that the matchups end up being good. And I know like if you could pick each match, it'd be harder, but like then you could just skew the opponents to be harder. And like there could have been ways to make it more dynamic, I think. Because when I kind of blitzed through that a while back, I don't think the stream is up anymore, but it's like no one was fucking clicking on it. But I guess I could have left it up, but it was just this one-off stream, I guess before I consolidated all my Pokemon stuff to one playlist, where I went through the PWT, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, it kind of felt like going through the motions. But yeah, we know she's gonna have a Starmie, so like I think a Grass Poison is probably a mistake. And in fact, I think like Eggy might be another bring again. In fact, Parasect Gaming? Maybe? Yeah, I think Egg is a good bring. Maybe with Confusion Berry or something. I think... Let's see. What else what did she had like, maybe she'll have like a Togetic or something like that? I'm thinking like, what did she have in the anime that wasn't like a water type? Like she'll probably have a Starmie. Starmie's 137. I need like a fast, what about Raichu? Raichu should be slower though, because it's a slower base, lower base speed, excuse me. Yeah. What about, no, Jolteon. Jolteon's the pick then. Easy. Yeah, we bring Jolt. Bring Jolt with, I don't know, Freeze Berry, I guess. What else beats water types? We got an electric, we got a grass. Maybe I want to bring something else for Starmie, but it's hard to find something that outspeeds. That's the issue. In terms of, like, if I were to bring a dark type, there's nothing. Bug type is not real in this gen. Like, there's just no bug moves, and Heracross is weak to Psychic, so it's like, yeah. What about Zatu's an interesting bring. I'm not opposed to this. Maybe with Paracure Berry? Bring Doug as, like, the catch. Don't just bring Doug to the water gym. No, I think this could be another good pull, potentially, sure. Not even Sleep Berry, because we are Sleep Talk, so we'll just take the berry. I don't even have to put a berry on this, I guess. Take the regular berry in case something randomly barely doesn't 2 a KO. What else? I mean, water's only weak to 2 types. I've got a grass for like potential Quagsire. I've got an electric type for everything else, pretty much. Mantine for type. Am I just gonna bring a bunch of bulky waters? Maybe I do bring a ground type, unironically, to try to avoid the potential, like, well, what would they counterpick? Potentially, they like Misty would maybe have a ground type for opposing electrics, or like a fire type for opposing grasses or something. But so I guess I can bring a ground in that case. Just bring Doug again. Give this, I don't even know about Lantern, actually. Bring Doug for, like, a fast counter pick, basically. And for a Scouter, because we can sub. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just gonna refresh this here. Yeah, I've got something for Togetic. I'm like, maybe she'd have a random normal. So maybe I bring a fighting, maybe a water fighting. The problem is Dynamic Punch, but like, I'll give we Balm. And then, am I forgetting any potential coverage? I probably want like Fire Move or something like that from something. But not from a fire type. Will we bring Buzz again for coverage? Or maybe, what else? I mean, Zam has Fire Punch. We know that. This has Fire Punch, but no rest. I'm looking for something to use Mint Berry, ideally. Sneasel could be an interesting bring, or whatever. I think it's gonna be like Jolt Egg, and then like something with coverage. Basically, I'm not really too worried about it. Yeah, she does have a Togetic. She has some Flora. Okay. So Xatu seems pretty damn good here, actually. Like, it has Giga Drain for Quag, it has Drill Peck for Sunflora, and it's got Psychic for nothing, but I think Xatu handles those two, potentially. The other option is to bring this, because Sunflora is ass. So, like, I'm not really worried about its coverage or being able to break through Egg. So I'd rather just probably bring Egg. I would bring Jolt. I think lead Jolt, bring Egg, and bring Xatu? Gives me an Earthquake switch in. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go for it. Into water. Her water attacks from her water Pokemon in her water gym with her water bottle. Another motor boater in Pokemon, apparently. Well, I guess with the Electabuzz, it's specifically the anime cry, which is hilarious. I mean, I'm faster. So, like, am I worried about this dying? Like, Jolt doesn't have... It doesn't have amazing Spidef, but I think it's decent, maybe? I feel like I should just go Egg, but I'm also worried about random mid-ground click here. I'm just gonna T-Bolt. See what happens. They switch into Quag, maybe? Okay, so maybe I should have gone Egg, because that's like a good mid-ground play anyway, in case of the switch. Okay, so she has Quag. The thing is, I know sometimes the opposing CPU does they'll occasionally do mid-ground plays, but I'm anticipating an Earthquake here. That just makes sense. So I can go Xatu for free, and not even get, like, worry about Eggy getting chipped at all. Because I'm sure there's a way also to, like, pick your team in such a way that incentivizes them, the opponent, to bring certain mons. Like, they see Jolteon and they bring Quag, sort of. Like, it's like they see an Electric, they bring their ground type, sort of deal. Maybe do a shit ton with Giga Drain. Nice. You have, like... What is it? Rain Dance. Interesting. I mean, I just Giga Drain again, anyway. What? How, though? How did it outspeed me? What the hell? Is Quick Claw in this gen? Or is it... It's based, like, it's way slower than Xatu. Quick Claw I thought was Gen 3. What about, like, Berries weren't real in this gen, so it's not, Cuss Tap or something. That's probably, like Cuss Tap's, like, Gen 4 or 5 or something. No, Quick Claw actually is in Gen 2. Okay. So I think that was Quick Claw Quagsire. Like, actually. This thing outspeeds me and probably nukes me with Surf. There's no other mon on her team that Jolt can't deal with, I think, from what I'm remembering. Because it deals with Togetic and stuff, anyway. So I'm just gonna go Egg to preserve Xatu just in case, and maybe try to stall out the rain as well. Soif. Yeah, we chew. That's a lot. But it is raining, so, like, comparatively, it's kind of to be expected, I suppose. Do you have Ice move? In which case, that would be significantly weaker, so, like, it should be fine. Thing is, Giga Drain's kind of weak in this gen, so I'm not even sure how much. It does a ton. Does that get us out of range of the next Surf? Maybe? It didn't quite two-shot, so I feel like maybe it's a roll. It might be a roll from this range. Surf. We actually live on 3. We Giga Drain. And we see what our last is. I've got all 3. Jolteon's fully healthy. Xatu is, like, above half. So I'm probably gonna end up sacking Eggy, trying to, like, try to explode. Like, try to boom. Poliwhirl. What berry do I have on this thing? I was thinking, like, Hypnosis might come out here. In which case, There is Sleep Clause. This is anti-confusion berry. I just try to boom. I just threaten boom here. Goes for body slam. Saudi blam. Eggy goes down. Good work, Eggy. Actually a good mon. Go Jolts. We just go Jolt and T-Bolt. Just T-Bolt. I don't know if this one-shots. I mean, probably, like, barely doesn't. Oh, no, it actually does. Wow. Okay. We take that. We take those. Nice. 2 down. It'd be interesting. Obviously, you would have like maybe have to do it in a set order, but it would be interesting if the Kanto League functioned more like a stadium, like a stadium like from stadium mode, where you have 8 trainers, and even if you could pick the order, like getting perfect clears, giving you additional continues, but still having to do them all in a row, it'd be interesting. I mean, I'm not upset that it's like this, but and definitely not after last time, but. Yeah, I'm gonna bring Doug. That's an easy pick. That's literally like the in-game counter for this guy anyway. I can also bring a grass type as well, because that's resist electric. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Surf Raichu. He could have coverage on like an Electabuzz. He could have. What other electric types are there? Like Jolteon's super fast, but also rail, so like whatever. I'm probably gonna bring a second ground type that is maybe a little bulkier than Doug as well. I'm just thinking about like what kind of coverage one might have. Like I'm thinking Steelix might be a good bring. What counters grounds? Water, grass, ice. Not gonna have an ice type. That's not real. And plus, like most ice types, and at this point, are also part water. To like Cloyster and fucking Dugong and stuff like that. Or they're like actual dog shit in this gen, like Sneasel, for instance. So it's like I don't think ice types are real. Maybe he'll have a Piloswine randomly or some shit. I don't know. It seems counterintuitive for him to have a ground. I'm just thinking about like Electric's only weak to ground, so like he's probably gonna have some kind of counter to ground types. In which case, maybe I'll bring. I'm just nervous about Doug Trio because that's near Vermilion. So I'm like, maybe that would be something that he would have. In which case, I would want an Electric to outspeed him. But not something with Thunder. Probably just Jolteon again, as like a potential counterpick for his... And plus this also... Plus this also deals with potential like bulky water to counter the opposing grounds. Or helps. I probably, like I said, want to bring a grass type. What's Venusaur up to? What is Venusaur got here? Leech Seed, Sleep Powder, Razor Leaf. It's not the greatest moveset ever. But it's also kind of just here as a resist. So, like... maybe Anti-Para, if that's not better on something else? If I bring something fast that can get parried, unlike Doug. Which, like, yes, from Body Slam, but, like, I just mean Electric Gym, so probably T-Wave. Or just secondary effect from, like, Thunderbolt or something. Or Thunder. Anti-Freeze, maybe. No, this is not really, like, an Ice-type switch-in, though. Just bring Paraberry, I guess. Sure. What else? I've got a Grass, an Electric for a potential Water counterpick. What about for a potential Grass counterpick? Nidoking's an interesting type. I don't bring Nidoking. Anti-burn so that Earthquake doesn't get affected. And then maybe... freeze. Maybe just bring a bulky water just because that, well, I don't know, just as a backup, I suppose. Maybe just something with coverage like this. I was saying I was going to bring like a bulkier ground. Oh, but I guess I brought Nidoking, which isn't like super bulky, but it's definitely not as frail as Doug is. Arrow's just fast as shit. I'm not going to switch this in on an Ice-type move, but like I don't anticipate that being an issue. Arrow's fast with Earthquake. It's not stab, but like it's just so fucking fast, so who cares? Outspeeds Raichu and stuff. So what last? What last? Quag? It has rest, sure. Let's roll with it. I think this is like potential Doug Trio, just sweep. So got Porygon. Everything else dies to Earthquake. Maybe not, I mean, not everything gets one shot by Earthquake, but it's a pretty safe bet. And then Porygon is kind of tough to break, potentially, but also it's a Porygon 1, so like not as much. Maybe I bring Venu for the Lantern and the Porygon so I can like Leech Seed shenanigans. Lead Doug just seems smart. Bring Venu and bring... Quag also seems good. Bring Quag. Or Arrow, if I need to outspeed something. I mean, it doesn't outspeed Electrode, so if that's in the back, that's a problem. Bring Quag. Let's just see. Because I think Porygon is likely bring, because it's like the only thing that doesn't die to Earthquake. Leads Chode. I'm gonna sub once. Good call on my part. I mean, like, this obviously does barely anything. But yeah, I mean, they're locked in. I don't even know if this second one is gonna break the sub, to be honest. It might. Third one probably almost certainly does. Okay, it didn't break the sub, so like we're chilling. We like 1v1 this for sure. Because yeah, it barely does. I remember that from the Electrode we faced in an earlier encounter. So this will break the sub. I think this is the only thing faster than Dougie, also. At least naturally. I mean, like, considering DV differences, assuming rentals have none or suboptimal, DVs and the trainers have, assuming they have max. Which, like, again, there have been some speed tie situations where, like, I guess it's possible I just never won the speed tie, but, like, I don't know. I think there might have been an instance of a Mon that should have been slower that ended up being faster and stuff like that too. Like, you know, like a Starmie versus Gengar kind of scenario sort of deal. Maybe. And maybe not even in that specific matchup, but something like that. I guess even in the Pokemon universe, if you want to headcanon your way into that being an appropriate pronunciation, different dialects and accents and stuff like that, I could see it. Yeah, Dougie sweep, easy. Yeah, and that is why electric types are usually not that great. Especially when they can't outspeed Doug. And don't have, like, hidden power or something to check it. Erica. Definitely a flying type, definitely a fire type. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. We got both. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I don't know what to bring. Maybe Bitterberry, because Belly Drum, Confusion. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna click Belly Drum, but yeah. Hero is an interesting pick. I don't really like this mon that much, but it has Drill Peck, and it's decently fast. You have Wing Attack. What about Crow? Does Crobat have attack? What's Crobat doing? What's the bat doing? Yeah, this thing's fast as shit, so we'll take this with, I don't know, Paraberry for Stun Spore, maybe? Houndoom seems like a good option, because it's just a good fire type. I wish it was a little faster, but oh well. And then what would they bring? What would Erica bring to counter? I mean, there's so much that beats grass, so like it really could be anything. But like potential like opposing rock type or something like that. Probably want to bring a psychic for the myriad grass poisons that are out there. Like Zam seems like a good pick, and plus that has Fire Punch. So I think this fight's also going to be super easy, is my kind of read on the situation. I'm a little worried about Sleep Powder, I suppose. So maybe I put Mint Berry on this. What else? Like, I said rock types potential, so like, I could bring a water type of some kind, just in case there's like a rock type I need to counter or something, but it needs to be something that's decently fast, ideally with Ice Beam. Golduck isn't really what I would call decently fast, though. I mean, I guess compared to a lot of other water types, it's not terrible in that department. It says Sludge Bomb, which is neutral. Sure. And it has sub, and it's decently fast. So, like, we could do this, and then... And, like, a Steel might be good. I passed Steelix, I think. Skarm. Sure, I don't know. I think this fight's gonna be super easy. Or like a random counter pick of some kind. They have Vape. Vape is an issue. Vape is kind of an issue. Actually, Tentacruel kind of handles Vaporeon, in fact. So I just Sludge Bomb forever. This is physical, so like it should be fine. So I think Vape is definitely getting brought here. I think Chansey's also kind of an issue, but I do have Drill Peck, like I do have physical mons and shit. It's like I like Zard, especially because I have Rock Slide for like Jump Bluff, Earthquake's neutral on Venu. I mean, I probably actually want to bring F counter. I think Zard is probably a bring. I think this. I could also Toxic Vaporeon with this. Zam doesn't actually seem as good as I anticipated it being, but it does have Fire Punch, so like, yeah. What about lead Zard, bring Crobat and Tentacruel? I like that, I think. Like, I didn't bring, like, Bolt Beam coverage, which is kind of what I was missing. Like, Gengar would have been good. Gengar would have been a good pick because that has T-Bolt Ice Punch. Not the end of the world. Tangela. Tangela. I mean, you have low Spit F, so like I'm just gonna Fire Blast. I don't even care if you switch into Vaporeon, which is probably what's happening here. So I could have Belly Drummed, but also like I don't want to risk missing. I guess I would click Earthquake, but we can get a little bit of chip on this, and maybe there's a chance for a burn. Although I'd rather Toxic it, I guess that's true. And we miss anyway. Okay, fuck me. Very cool. I just go into Tentacruel. Tentacruel is high Spit F. Like 120 Spit F or something. It's crazy. We just Sludge Bomb. And Sludge Bomb's great into Tangela as well, if they go back into that. And or we'll find out what their last is. I could Swords Dance here. Actually, I could sub also. I'm gonna substitute. Fuck it. Because this shouldn't break the sub. So then I also get a free SD. What's up, Space Cowboy? Good to see ya. Get a free Swords Dance. I don't want to get too greedy here, but if I'm behind a sub when this thing goes down, I think that's obviously very good for me. Oh wait, no, actually Sludge Bomb is, sorry, Sludge Bomb's physical, so it's not as good into Tangle as it could be. That's true. Is this even worth, like, is sub actually bad? I don't know. Oh, no, it's all good, dude. No worries. I think sub is a mistake, just because this does so little. I mean, it two-shots the sub, so, like, effectively, it's kind of the same thing, I guess. But now I Sludge Bomb, which, at +2, I would hope that this 2 KOs, in which case... Okay, it barely does into a KO, which is a little annoying. Surf does so little, though. Like, this breaks the sub, and then I just don't... Well, no, I could just sub again, actually. It might be a roll to break. No, maybe not. This might be a mistake, like, not keeping my Cruel healthy, but... It also... Oh, wait, that's... I just Swords Dance here and pray that it's not... Okay. So, like, actually, that was... Actually, an outplay on my part. Because if I had gone for Sludge Bomb and it didn't kill, I would not be behind a sub here. Of course you pull Surf. But... It's gonna take one more hit to break the sub anyway, and I'm at +4. Can you fucking not? That actually mattered, dude. Alright, I'm gonna need you to pull rest off of Sleep Talk. Because that was bullshit. Critting the one turn you actually need to crit? Fuck off. Gets a bite? Fuck you. This fucking thing. Alright, it wakes up this turn, but I just kill it with... I think I go Crobat. That fucking blows ass. I should have had a Tentacruel behind a sub, dude. Like, whatever. It happens, I guess. No, I'm kind of dragging my feet on that, to be honest. I want to get it done, but... Please don't rest again. Okay, thank Christ. The AI is fucking retarded. Excuse my language. I'm just really pissed about that crit. That's so fucking stupid. I would have just insta-lost there, dude. Because of that crit. Like, actually, if the CPU knew to rest after 2 turns of being rested, I would have instantly lost, because I can't Toxic Soul that. I just lose. Instantly. BS. Screech is so risky. Also, this thing is like... I think I just wing attack twice, and I think that's probably enough. I know wing attack's super weak, but I should have had a Tentacruel behind a sub, man. Okay, there is Sleep Claws, though. So I can safely go into Zard, because I don't have to fear, like, Hidden Power Rock or something like for that from this. I don't think Hidden Power is really on any of these gym trainers, thank God. That would be an issue. Okay. Do I Belly Drummer or is that a throw? I mean, I guess I should Fire Blast one just to kind of like gauge damage, I guess. They can't Sleep Powder me. We know it's Sleep Powder Moonlight and then probably Grass Move and then like, I don't know. What? Oh, that does, holy crap. It has Return. It kind of did a lot for fucking Return from Blossom though. Does Quake kill? I feel like if Quake doesn't do 15, I'm uninstalling this game. Like, actually. If Quake doesn't freaking kill this Blossom at 15, okay, thank you. Like, when the safe play is actually the correct play.
There's only one Pokemon left to come out. The Pokemon appears with a cry. It's down to the last Pokemon now.
Alright, 3 F Blast. I probably get multiple tries of this too. Wait, I mean, Tangela getting Ancient Power is more of like a Gen 4 thing from what I'm remembering because of Tangrowth, and it doesn't matter. This thing is physically defensive anyway. RIP! Flips the table. It ended up being fine, thankfully, but like, if they had clicked to rest on the wake up, which that is predictable, I would have actually just lost instantly. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't even know if Taunt is, like, in this gen. Or, like, if that would be on any of these pawns. I think Taunt is a Gen 3 thing, though. If I had to guess. Or, like, I guess Encore could have been something. I could have brought something with Encore to counterpick. If I had to rematch. Alright, what is this? Janine? I'm expecting status bullshit. So in that case, I mean, like, how do I avoid, like, I can put Bitterberry obviously on one thing. I think Doug is an obvious bring. I can sub to avoid status stuff, and it's faster than most. There's also, yeah, the vet, like, I want to bring a Psychics, like, Zam seems like an easy pick. Maybe Zam with Confusion Berry. Or Paraberry. Can't remember the last BS fight you had in a Pokemon game. Well, that's true, but you also don't really play much. I know you dabble with Showdown stuff every now and again, but... yeah, it's just like when it's specifically like that needed to happen for the opponent to win, it's like that always feels bad. Hacks is hacks, but it's just like, yeah. That and getting trapped in some kind of vortex, whether it's like Volt Turn or just like status shit too. Like with Karen's fight, which sucked. Okay, we got a Psycho, we got a Ground. That's all that beats Poison like super effectively. So what I want to think about is like there's Bug Poison, so like I could bring a Fire, even though Zam has Fire move. I could bring a Fire type. Electrode and Voltorb are common, but I have Dougie, so like that kind of handles that, I would assume. I think this is a solid bring as well. I mean, I'm not... if T-Wave comes out, I guess. Sure. The held items are kind of like not... I regretted not bringing Bolt Beam last time, so maybe Gar? Gar with... I don't know. This. Then like a Restmon, maybe like... I don't want to bring too many Psychics, I guess, because... yeah, but maybe I'll bring... Houndoom for potential bugs? Or maybe there's a better Fire type. What is like Typhlosion's moveset in this? It's good coverage. It has Earthquake, I mean. But then isn't Zar just kind of better because it has Belly Drum and Rock Slide as well? Moltres. Magmar is T-Punch. Rapidash is ass. Arcanine is... I don't know what Hidden Power is going to do. That just this Flamethrower, Toxic, which is probably not useful, but Hypnosis and Roar maybe? I don't know. Sure. And then... I don't know, I'll just bring like a random fighting type or something like that. Fuck it. Again, I think this is going to be like Dugtrio and then Zam or Starmie plus Coveragemon equals win. They have a Gligar, but I have Gengar with Ice Punch, and I have Starmie with Surf, so I'm not too worried about that. Primeape unironically kind of good here, too. Hits Stantler, hits Crobat, hits Ariados. It gets walled by Weezing, obviously. I could use decent chip to Tentacruel. I like Gar here again for Gligar, and it also has T-Bolt for like Crobat. Tentacruel, which can't... I mean, it'll hit it hard, but they probably won't one-shot, I would imagine. I also have Boom in case I need to do that, so I like Gar. But realistically speaking, Dougie's probably better than Primeape. It's just I can't hit Stantler super effectively in that case without D-Punch. And then... I mean, I kind of like Starmie as a Surf switch in from Tentacruel. I'm nervous about leading Doug because of the Tentacruel. If it's anything else, but then again, I can bring Doug, bring Starmie, and bring Gengar? Maybe I'll actually click Dynamic Punch.
The opponent this time is Janine of Fuchsia Gym.
Oh shit, interesting, interesting. Yeah, I wonder, I forget if you need to like knock out the Deoxys in that instance or how that exactly works. I mean, I just replayed Oris like last year, but a lot of that playthrough I don't really remember very much, to be honest. Isn't it interesting? You just got like sludge, like actual like sewage pouring into your gym. I mean, it's kind of cool, but like kind of that like smell. I don't know what I do here. I mean, I'm slower, and I want to preserve this, I think. So do I go... I'm nervous about, like, Hypnosis or something? Or Confuse Ray? Part of me wants to sub, but I think this thing just breaks the sub anyway. I guess I'll just Rock Slide. Like, I don't know what else to do. Mean Look. Okay, so sub would have been actually a good play. Cha-Cha real smooth. Thank you for landing. That did 0 damage. Thank you, Dugtrio, and your like 80 base attack. And there's the Confuse Ray. So if dude, sub turn 1 was like such a fucking goated play. Sub turn 1 was actually like the play. And I didn't click it. Damn it. This is a 3-shot at least. That sucks. Bite. Nasty ass teeth. Does Crobat look so gross in this game? Okay, it actually does like 0 damage, so like I think I get at least one more attempt at that, assuming something that I should not say out loud. Something that I should not say out loud, okay. Can you fucking not? Great, cool. No flinch, but I just hit myself twice in a row. Cool, very cool. I should have subbed turn 1, I'm ass. It's my own damn fault. I should have subbed. I was like, oh, well, if he Confuse Rays turn 1, then I could end up hitting myself and wasting it, but I guess that's the same thing if I click Rock Slide, so sub is always the play. I'm actually ass. I'm the embodiment of ass.
Pokemon have been chosen. Oh, it's starting.
I know this isn't faster, but
Hanging tough.
I'm anticipating they might just mean look again, because that's... okay. Okay, okay.
Come confused.
Like daughter, like father, I suppose, I guess. I anticipated it, and I still just didn't take the measures to outplay it. I can easily counter team though, because I think that these three are like a good bring. It's just, I would put different berries on. Like I would sub turn 1 and put bitter berry on one of the mons I was actually planning on bringing. This blows, dude. I might go Gengar. If they Earthquake, then I'm uninstalling the fucking game. No, but actually, like, if they Earthquake, I just run it back. I just forfeit and run it back, I guess.
Oh, it's Gengar.
Please just Body Slam. Goated. No, that's how it goes. That's the thing. That's exactly it. I almost said, like,
Pokemon there.
I almost talked about flinching. Do I boom? The last time I'm gonna D-punch because I know it's 50% accurate, but I'm like, if this lands, it's so good for me. Yes. Okay. That's what I gotta speak into existence. Yeah, hit yourself, you stupid ass. Take that shit. It might have Earthquake, so I am a little bit scared, but also, like, boom is the same difference. It's like Gengar dies, so it's like, I should just attack this. I don't really want to risk D-punch. I think I T-bolt, plus I can para, plus he can hit himself again. Almost kills. Okay. Brother, what? I hit myself in a row 1,000,000 times in the Koga fight, and then they break out. This fucking game. They break out after one turn of confusion? Yeah, deserved. Okay. What the hell, man? Unnecessary crit. Just spending all of my luck for no reason. I did think it was like, I had this interesting idea. I might have spoken about it before, but I was like, what if crits were, like, limited, or you, like... It wouldn't necessarily work for competitive, I guess, but... The only issue is that I'm confused. So I think I don't stay in, because I want to Ice Punch this, but if I hit myself, I die to Earthquake. So it's just Starmie. Live Earthquake. At the very least, like, maybe 2-shot it with Surf and then just Ice Punch with Gengar, and I win. So it should be fine. Yeah, I guess, like, for the... Why would you... Okay. I actually don't care about the Toxic here, even if they do Protect or something. For, like, the RPG side of things, I was like... If crits are something that you, like... I know there are games that do this, but, like, you build up a crit meter or something, and then you can choose to use it, kind of like a Z move, but, like, as opposed to it being completely random. But then that creates issues because, like, in Pokemon specifically, crits are what break through defensive boosts, and so it's like, if you're limited on that, at least it gives you, like, a potential guaranteed out after X amount of turns or attacks or something like that. But you'd have to balance it correctly. I don't think it necessarily has a place in Pokemon, just an RPG kind of idea. Because I think Fallout does that. Not the kind of a weird pull, but I think at least in, like, Fallout 4, you can, like, bank crits and, like, you spend them when you're in VATS and stuff like that. It's an interesting idea. I guess maybe it does work better in more of an action context, though. We're fighting Sabrina, so we need something to outspeed Alakazam, which is, like, basically nothing. I mean, Doug Trio does. Aerodactyl does. But realistically speaking, I think, like, Houndoom is a bring. I might actually also bring Umbreon here, just to be a dick. Steel type's not a bad idea. Oh wait, T-Tar exists too. I mean, this thing's moveset's not great, though. If it had Dark Move, I'd be like, yeah. But unfortunately not. Sneasel's not a terrible idea. Well, I mean, the moveset's not great. What'd you expect from Sneasel, though, in this gen? Steelix, I mean, it has low Spidef is the only issue, but, like, what Steel type has high Spidef in this gen? Like, nothing. Nothing. So it's like, it's almost like the super low Spidef, even though it resists. It's like, yeah, Steam Next Fest. I haven't even actually looked to see. I'm sure there's, it's usually more of an indie-centric sort of showcase, but I'll check it out and see what's up. I appreciate a good indie game here and there. Slowking seems like a good bring as like a counter pick. Or like it, you know, it just resists Psychic. I mean, I'm using my Mintberry on Umbreon already though, so maybe there's a better Mon for that, but T-Wave for Zam or something like that, I guess. I don't know. And then so many rest mons though, and I can only use one Minberry, so yeah, but this thing has good Spidef, that's why I'm like, and then it has Feint Attack, which is not stab, but like it could maybe deal with something potentially, but Umbreon's probably just better for that purpose. And they just bring fast shit. Doug is a speed tie with the Zam, which means that it's going to be slower because of DVs, probably. What other one? I mean, Jolteon's 130. I think Arrow for like something to outspeed Zam, but also like Zam doesn't really have coverage for something like Houndoom or Umbreon anyway, so that's fine. And then like, what about counter picks for like, was it just Ghost Bug Dark? Counter picks for that would be like fighting, maybe a fire type or a rock type, and then what else did I say? Ghost. Ghost only really gets beat by, like, she might have a dark type of her own, so maybe I'll bring a fighting just in case for the counter pick to that. With Primeape, old reliable here. Sure. And then, I don't know, I'll just bring Doug Trio because I brought it like in every friggin' fight in this. And also I like the substitute berry combo, so whatever. Oh, I see. Gotcha. What the hell is this team? Okay, I'm glad I brought Primeape because she has two normals. I guess to counter opposing ghosts, but like the opposing ghosts are Gengar, which doesn't want to run Shadow Ball because it's physical, and Misdreavus, which is like, it's actually, Misdreavus is actually not bad in like GSC competitive, but like in this context, I don't think Misdreavus would be the greatest pull either. It doesn't really want to bring Shadow Ball either. It's like Primeape is a no-brainer, but I don't think it's a good, well, actually it could be a lead, and then I just bring one of the darks as a switch-in. This is true. And I think Slowking looks kind of amazing here if it weren't for the fact that it doesn't have a way to really hit the opposing mons, but it deals with Slowbro and it like can switch in and T-Wave something. So I like Slowking, and I like Umbreon, I think. Oh, it only has Pursuit, though. If I'm bringing Slowking for Bro, no, because then what do I go into after? I kind of need to bring this, don't I? But then if I'm lead Primeape in case they lead a normal, I don't have really anything to like break Bro. I can Toxic it if it's not Rest. It's like Umbreon is a for sure bring. And then Houndoom's not a bad idea for the rest of the Psychics, to be honest. It like obviously loses to Slowbro, but in case Umbreon has to 1v1 Slowbro, I can bring Houndoom as a backup. At least we still have the backup. Obligatory funniest quote of all time for some reason. Looks into the eyes of a man that's cryogenically frozen but clearly awake. At least we still have the backup. I don't know why I find that so fucking funny. And it's Leezam. Cool. I just go Houndoom. I just go Houndoom. Houndoom has Pursuit in addition, but I need Umbreon in case of Slowbro. Like, Umbreon is like my only way to deal with Slowbro, so I can't risk it taking damage here, but I think they're just gonna click Psychic, right? Future Sight. Ooh. It's a cool animation. I'm pursuing. You bitch. But I think I put Ice Berry on this too, actually. Right? Isn't that what I normally do on Houndoom? Why would you stay in, though? Okay. Even if I get frozen, I think I have Ice Berry on this, so I'm not really scared of that. Nice. Sam is down. Rip. Rip the Spoony Bard. There's blow slow? Blow I was gonna say bro slow. Whoops. I just crunch anyway, I just sack this. I've got Umbreon for whatever else is in the back, and this is gonna do a shit ton. Yeah. Does a shit ton. And worst case, I can always switch into Primeape as a sack if I need to, once Umbreon's in. If I need like a safe switch of some kind. But I always go Umbreon. Primeape can't do shit against this. Against Broslow. Try Pursuit. I get a free rest. Like, this is my Mintberrymon, so I don't see a reason to Toxic until I'm like certain that this thing doesn't have a rest, I guess. Ugh. What? I mean, I might miss. No, of course it wouldn't. But I live multiple of those, so we're chilling. Pursuit is going to be another 2 hits. Oh, never mind. It actually, but maybe that might have been a roll. Maybe it's kind of what it seemed like, but I wasn't really like actually counting the fucking HP, like a nerd. This I Toxic. I mean, I suppose this could be rest. I mean, anything could be rest talk in this gen, really. Like, pretty much everything can run rest talk if it wanted to. What's my hair doing, dude? I got the Toxic off, and then I'm gonna just Charm because in case. Yeah, I was gonna say like its non-psychic move is probably physical. There's no Focus Blast or anything to worry about. So we just. Sometimes doing this though, like in the stadium fights, like I brought Umbreon a couple of times, and sometimes when you lower their attack, they'll like start clicking weird shit. Like sometimes it's actually beneficial to not do anything. But like, what is this pure psychic type that doesn't have coverage? What could this possibly click besides Headbutt? So this is gonna take a minute, but oh, right, Future Sight is... Oh, okay, never mind, wait. I forgot that Future Sight is not... It doesn't do Psychic-type damage in this gen. It does, like, typeless damage. I'm pretty sure. And by that I mean, like, I know it's not actually hitting for Psychic-type damage, it's more like... Oh, it's calced, I'm pretty sure it's typeless. I think I just continue to Charm, because if the Headbutts are doing, like, basically... I mean, they're already basically doing nothing. But if I can get one more Charm off, that would be nice. Because then I can live these Future Sights very reliably. These flinches don't even actually matter. It's still over, like... I live multiple Future Sights, so we're chilling. Yeah. I could have just pursued it there and won, but we win regardless. But yeah, we can talk about some other game stuff once this is over, because there's really not that many fights left. Just 2 more gyms and then red, and then we're donezo for now. Eventually I might come back and do round 2, which is just like the hard version basically. Which I'm not really like thrilled about the idea of doing that right now. But maybe again at some point in the future when I want to play Stadium 2 again. We're gonna unlock round 2 though, which is very cool. That's a first for me. I've never gotten even remotely this far in this game, just because, you know, I have hardly played it in the past, like, 20 years. Blaine. I like Stoys. Well, yeah. Pure water is always just good. I'll just bring Mintberry Stoys. I'll bring... I like Zard because it has coverage against fire types and resists itself. Or resists fire types itself. I'm not even going to bring Berry. I'm going to bring, like... I don't know. Blaine is another one where it's like fire types are kind of one note. There's no Will-O-Wisp anyway. So it's like, what are they going to fucking click? Right, and then, like, okay, so that's my 3 for, like, anti... like, fire mons, for the most part. I might bring, like, a rock type or something, but... what would he bring to counter, like, waters, grounds, and rocks? He might have a water type of his own, so I want something that can break water. I would maybe want something that can break grass, which is Zard. So something that can break waters, maybe I'll just bring, like, Jolteon or something like that. Seems like a safe pick. Either that or Buzz, just for coverage sake, or both. Or both. Electro types can actually get parried in this gen, so like I'd rather your speed not be affected. Like Arrow is fine, and then like, I don't know, bring Primeape again. Just bring Primeape again. That's the issue. That's the thing that's going to be more interesting once I do start playing Champions, is like I can actually just like actually alter the mons that I have at my disposal. I think that drops on Friday. You'd have an Octillery. Of all the water mons, Octillery is probably one of the least threatening because it's so slow. Zard is a pick because Parasect. I like Stoys is just amazing into everything except for Parasect and Octillery, so like I think I'd rather bring that than Doug. Maybe. Just because it's much bulkier. And I can get a rest off and stuff like that. I mean, Flareon has high speed F, but like... I think it's Stoys, Zard, Jolt. Dougie's not a bad pick, it's just more like... the last thing I want to do is click Earthquake, it not kill, and then get smoked by Fire Blast. So, assuming it's not Parasect lead, which Parasect might have Spore, so I don't... Okay, I was gonna say I might not even want to go hard Zard on Parasect in case of Spore, so I can abuse Sleep Flaws. Surf. Oh shit. Should have thought of that. This is gonna have Solar Beam. This might still do a good chunk though. Rapidash is pretty shit. Yeah, I mean... that's like a 3-hit KO. I don't think I risk Solar Beam here, so I'm gonna go into Zard. So I'm like, maybe they'd click Fire Move even though it's resisted because of the sun. Let's see. Charizard. Oh. So there's metric shit ton. I obviously can't Belly Drum here. Is Earthquake 2-shot? I mean, Fire Blast is going to do a ton. But I kind of want to Earthquake once. And then I probably need to switch out. This sucks. This sucks. I should have thought about Sunny Day being a possibility. Okay, big dodge. That's actually huge. Because I live one more turn. Okay, EQ does a lot. We just EQ again. And ideally Sun gets stalled. What is this, turn 3, 4 of Sun? Okay, we're chilling. It is funny that the Mons like won't flinch on a resisted hit, even if it does do a shit ton because of other multipliers. But it's also a nice touch. Octillery. An Oct battle is unfolding. I go into Jolt. Oh, it's Jolteon. See, that one he pronounces correct, but... Thank Christ. Cool. Thunderbolt. Yeah, that does the damage I needed it to anyway. I was gonna say, like, even if I got frozen, I didn't want to save beforehand. Just T-Bolt again. Alright, we managed okay. Managed okay. I could have played it better, could have prepped better. But then again, like... If... I mean, Doug would have outsped Rapidash and probably two-shot it with Earthquake anyway, so, like... That probably was a better bring than Blastoise if I had thought about Sunny Day. Yeah, Blastoise beats this. Also, I think this is Hidden Power Water, right? Didn't we establish that? Didn't I establish this when I was testing this? I think this is Hidden Power Water. Let's find out. Let's see what this ×4 Hidden Power actually does. What the hell are these hidden powers, dude? Don't click hidden power with this hack, I guess. Or maybe there's maybe I need to check if there's like a better, like more recent version of it or something. It wouldn't have mattered because Blastoise kills this with Surf. Like obliterates this with Surf because Sun's not up. So the Fire Blast misses actually don't matter. And plus Blastoise can like rest for free also, if it for some reason needs to. Nice, just two more. I think, I don't want to jinx myself, but I think the only losses I've had are against the Elite Four, right? And that's, I think that's understandable. It's by far the hardest part of this whole thing. Okay. Dabba-dee Dabba-die as a tricky team. Was Pidgeot considered as ace back in this era? I'm not even really remembering exactly. But like my thought is like, it's like Arcanine, Exeggutor, Pidgeot, Rhydon, maybe one of the evolutions or something. Like these are the mons that I kind of associate with blue. So I want something for like kind of each of them, I guess. Like this deals with Rhydon. This deals with Rhydon. Pidgeot is slower in this gen. Like it's base 91 instead of 101 or something, right? Because I got a buff in like Gen 6 or something like that, or maybe it was Gen 7. Pretty sure this is base 91 speed. Yeah, it is. And it was changed in Gen 6 to make Mega Pidgeot a little bit better. So it's 121 speed instead of 111. Why old Gym in Gen 2? Well, I think to reflect the Johto games in that, you know, you go back to Kanto and stuff like that. in actual like Gold, Silver, Crystal, or HGSS. So it only makes sense for them to have the Kanto gym leaders and then red. No Kanto Elite Four, thank God. At least I hope not. I don't see why it would be, because it's not in Gen 2 either. Like, there's just one Indigo League for both regions. That's kind of like the lore. So Pidgeot's slow, so we can bring this. I mean, well, actually, bring Jolteon, because it's just more reliable. To be honest, I don't want to have to risk, like, trying to set up Rain Dance. So bring Jolts for Pidgeot, and I want to bring something for Eggy. Houndoom seems good for Eggy. I'm just looking at OBS for some reason. I just have a habit of like looking in this direction. It's also where chat is too. But what's it called? Breezeberry. Wrestling for Rhydon. What else did I say? I said Eggy. I said Arcanine. Arcanine, my bad. Arcanine. I mean, I have Blastoise. If it's random Solar Beam or something, that's maybe an issue. And then for the evolutions, Umbreon is kind of the one associated with him in the anime, so maybe that's what he has. So maybe I'll bring Primeape in case of that. Jesus Christ. Okay, there you are. Bring Primeape in case of that. Zam is always a good bring. I've got like Jolteon for Vape, I've got Blastoise for Flare, I've got for opposing Jolteon I want something. Probably Doug. And also just for electric type in general. And then oh shit. Well, they've been on the downturn for a long ass time. So I can't say that I'm terribly surprised. Might be a good time to buy in though. What with what Black Flag? Assuming they're, I mean, I'm assuming since you're talking about their stocks that they're publicly traded. So if you think Black Flag is going to be a success, that might be a good buy-in. Not financial advice. Also, not what I'm going to be doing either. But just a thought. What else? If he has a fighting type or something, probably want Zam. Sure. Let's roll with this. Dark types are so good in this gen. Just from like pure resistance standpoint. Okay, Gyarados was the other one that I was and his Alakazam. So I basically named most of his entire team. So Jolteon's a must. I think Blastoise might also be a must, and I think Houndoom is probably my last, right? Because it deals with Alakazam, it deals with Egg. It can also check Arcanine as well. My thought is lead Jolt, because I have switch-ins for everything else except for Rhydon. So maybe if he leads Pidgeot, I can just go hard Jolt and be pretty safe. I can Baton Pass an Agility. I'm leading Jolteon, and I'm bringing Houndoom. Let me just make sure I collect the right. Jolteon, lead. Because I'm anticipating lead Pidgeot. Well, no, but if it's lead Rhydon, that's an issue. Whereas lead Pidgeot's not really a threat, so I just go Jolteon. So I'm going to lead Blastoise instead. And if he leads Eggy, I just go into Houndoom. So yeah. Can't believe they're not playing Eiffel 65 in this. What the hell's going on here? What the hell? This is not my blue. Stupid. Okay, I'm ass. Bad lead. Not like necessarily terrible for me because Dragon Dance doesn't exist. I'm gonna reflect. I'm gonna reflect on what exactly is happening here. Take a moment for reflection here. Just in case of, like, Earthquake. So we set up a Reflect. I can't do anything to this as Blastoise, so I kind of have to, like, switch into Jolt. Surf. Okay, predicted to switch, I guess. Or rather, well, no, because Dragon Breath is also special. I was gonna say, like, oh, they're playing around Reflect, but, like, no. I just T-Bolt. Like, it's possible Rhydon wasn't brought. Okay, Rhydon was brought. So I know that now. So at least I know that now. And maybe it's Eggy. It could be Eggy or Rhydon. It's Rhydon. It's Rhydon? It's Rhydon. Yeah. No special attack raise for you. Not that it would have mattered. I just go Stoys. This is like kind of annoying because like he might double back into Gara on Blastoise, but I also can rest with Blastoise if I really need to. I think I want to like figure out what the CPU wants to do here. Like how much does this do? Fucking motherfucker, dude! That super mattered and I lose. I just lose now. Great, cool. Fucking sick, dude. Fucking very cool, man. Fucking god. Very cool. I just think I die to this, right? Like, I guess I can counter. I think going for a counter in the instance I live Earthquake is better than going for Fire Blast Burn, which is 10%. It actually tells you the chance, which is nice. 1 in 5. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to 20%. Like, I knew that, but I want to double check. Just because Thunder has... Or no, we're fast... Oh, no, wait. But counter's negative priority. I'm dumb. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. I lose. I super lose. I, like, super lose. This sucks. This actually sucks. Cool. I forgot Reflect was up when he crit me too, so that like super mattered, man. Oh man. Because crit breaks through screens, right? That's like one of those boosts that crit does break through, maybe? Either way, the crit mattered for sure. God damn it. I guess I'll just play it out just in case. Like, clearly his last is like not favorable into me. That blows. Yeah, I baton passed. Which is probably what I should have done in the first place, because Gyarados switching out just makes sense. But I also didn't know for sure if he had a Rhydon in the back, so it's like, I don't know, man. It's definitely still a misplay. Not trying to make that excuse. But I get Houndoom for free. And like maybe this could be like a Karen scenario, but I'm not hopeful because the second that he like I could Pursuit anticipating him to switch, but I'm like, it's a pain in the ass, dude, even to just try to play this out. I'm gonna Fire Blast and just try to burn, I guess, dude. Okay, he switches. So at least I get Chip on Gyara. Gyara has decent Spit F, so like this isn't gonna do a ton, but it has burn chance, and it's also like just a really strong move in general. I think I Pursuit next time. Nice. Okay, we crit back, which is nice. The problem is I can't... fuck. The problem is Jolteon, I think, dies to Surf, does it not? But it also doesn't do anything into Rhydon, so it's just hard-walled, so I kind of have to go into it. I lose. I super lose. But I'm gonna play it out anyway, and I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna complain about it the entire time, apparently, because, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then they crit again, but I don't think it mattered that time. That sucks. I think I just bring the same exact 3 and try to play it out differently. So like a Fire Blast crit, I need like a Crunch crit, I think, to like maybe do this. Right, a Fire Blast crit did 80, and that's resisted. So that's 120 plus stab is 180 divided by 2 is 90, whereas this is 120. So yeah, if I crit crunch it for sure kills. The issue is that I need to crit it, and then I would also need to like... I would also need to crit Rhydon. That did so little, dude. Did like what? Is it at like 107 or something like that? Sucks. That sucks. Crunch crit for sure kills from this range though, if it lands. Damn. Skin of its jeans. Too bad. Also, I know it's teeth, but it's funny because it kind of sounds like the skin of its jeans, which makes no sense in like multiple regards. Also, if a pair of pants has 2 leg holes, then Gyarados would wear a jean and not jeans. This would be a single... I don't know, that's like a cursed image. I don't even want to think about that. But, yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know. What could I bring differently? I could bring a water type with electric move. Which is, like, what, Lantern? I don't hate that idea. My own Zam is probably not... I'm gonna bring Lantern. Right, I mean, I could bring Slowbro. The issue is I have to rely on a Zap Cannon in that case. Lantern. Sure. I mean, in that case, though, am I bringing Jolteon, though? Lantern is probably slower than Gyarados, but that's not really a problem if Gyarados doesn't have Earthquake, but I don't see why Gyarados wouldn't have Earthquake. So in this case, I think I bring Lantern over Jolteon. Because Jolteon is just kind of like... Hidden Power's not real. So like it basically just has mono electric, so it just is hard-walled by 2 Mons, whereas Lantern can at least do something into Rhydon. Assuming it's faster, which I would hope it is, because Rhydon's very slow, but also Lantern's kind of slow, so I'm a little nervous about that. In which case, I think I'm going to bring Stoys as well. I think I'm going to lead Lantern, bring Stoys, bring Houndoom. And try that, I guess. I don't know. That sucks. This is my first, that was my first non-Elite Four loss, which is kind of a bummer. Elite Four, I expected losses to happen, not necessarily in the way that they went down, but it was kind of a given with like 4 boss trainers back to back. 5 really, but I fucking one-routed Lance. Okay, better lead for me. It's a much better lead for me. I go into Houndoom on what hopefully is a Psychic move. And then I Pursuit in case he switches. Because clearly he's programmed to be smarter than some of the other trainers. Okay. A Psychic Flash. I click Pursuit. Okay. This is a special move in this gen anyway. I brought special attackers anyhow, so does not matter. Like he might switch, but I'm just gonna crunch because at the very least I get damage on something, and they opt to recover. Okay, that's fine. Good play on my part. Yeah, that's just way too much. I super outpace recover. Like, if he recovers here, he just dies. So, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, kind of pigeonholing myself into... Like, running Jolteon was and it was just a tricky matchup, and I didn't, again, I could have played it better, but I wasn't, you never know what you're getting with this, the quality of the CPUs in these games, man. Sometimes they just go for random shit, and I just, you know, you gotta scout it. There's Crunch. Like, I guess I need this for Egg, potentially, and he didn't go into, like, he specifically went into this. I need Lantern for Gyarados, potentially, so I think I go just into Stoys. I think I need to keep Houndoom and Lantern healthy. And again, Lantern might be in danger with Gyarados, but Earthquake's not stabs, and Lantern has good HP. I think base 125 HP or something like that, so maybe. Oh, I was gonna be like Solar Beam? What the hell? Interesting. I mean, we're slower, so that's good. We're slower. And I like how the cannons don't come out unless he actually needs them for like a Hydro Pump or something. It's very cool. Reflect. Like I said, my own Reflect. Just in case they dig again. E-Speed. Oh, interesting. I always forget that's in this gen. Oh. I'm gonna rest. This is what I mean. Like, they go for the resisted move because it is better into the screen that I set up. But I just get back to full and I click Surf again. Clearly they don't have a switch in, so I'm anticipating it's probably a... What doesn't want to switch into this that he has in the back? I guess Rhydon, maybe. But wouldn't he have gone into that on Houndoom? I don't know, I guess we'll see. Like, what doesn't want to come in on Houndoom? Eggy. But Eggy could come in on this easily, so I don't know why he wouldn't have gone that. It is Rhydon. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know, I mean, it's kind of potato-potato in this case. Because they both resist fire and are both neutral to dark. Focus Band. This bitch ass Rhydon, dude. Are you gonna crit me again, you douche? You serious? Oh, that's funny as hell. Okay.
We're eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokémon. The Pokéball opens to reveal its Pokémon.
Just go into this thing that's guaranteed faster. I mean, I guess it makes no difference if a Focus Band procs a million times in a row. Brother, what the fuck? You better miss this, you douche. I don't know, I don't understand. Like, I'm like genuinely... I need to compare speeds between... I can't believe this shit, dude. Have you ever seen Focus Band proc in your life? I don't think I've literally ever seen Focus Band proc, because who uses Focus Band in my goddamn life until this? Lantern. Who's faster? Lantern has regrettable number for speed stat, and Rhydon is significantly slower. So actually, Lantern should outspeed this. So I think it's better for me to try... Okay. Yeah, get fucking out of here. You and your drill that looks kind of cool because it spins. Yeah, Lantern should have guaranteed outsped, so it didn't make sense for me to go and sack it. Better to risk the confusion and then get another chance with Lantern. I was just thinking if Lantern was slower. The final trainer. Look how it's just like, you got your castle and then Red's just like over here in this room. Okay, so does he have his in-game team? Like, is it just Pikachu, the 3 starters, Snorlax, and Espeon, I think? Or Lapras? I always forget, because it's like slightly different in some of the games. Like HCSS changes it a little bit. I think that's it. So I bring Primeape for Snorlax. I bring... Does his Pikachu have... Wait, Pikachu's kind of slow, though. No, it's not kind of slow, but it's slower than Doug. So we bring Doug for Pikachu, we bring Primeape for Snorlax, we bring Houndoom for Venusaur slash Espeon, if that's it. I bring... Zam? Zam would just kind of hit Venusaur again, though. One thing for Blastoise, which kind of needs to be like a grass type that'll resist Surf. So like Jolteon, I mean Jolteon does... I don't need something that fast for Blastoise though. I can bring something that's like more well-rounded, like this thing maybe. But it's not faster than Zard either, because like Jolteon also handles Zard to a certain extent. Raichu's also an option, but that would require me to set up Thunder. What else is a fast electric type in this gen? Is there anything else really? Electrode, but that's so... Electrode's so weak though. So I think I'd do this. That handles Soy Zard. Dougie also handles Zard. Drop the base. Let me think. What else? Lapras. Jolteon kind of handles as well. He's not gonna have like a Mewtwo or some shit, is he? I guess I have Houndoom for that, but I'm like... Yeah, Bulky Water's never a bad idea. Blastoise has been pretty useful, so I can bring that. Yeah, and then maybe Alakazam for something fast with Psychic coverage just in case. Sure, let's rock with this. Let's do it. The final battle. He has a Tauros, and he has Scizor. No Bullet Punch in this gen, thank God, so I have Fire Punch for that. And he has the Johto starters, Jolteon, Scizor, Tauros. No Pikachu. Weird. Weird. I think Dougie, because that's my only electric resist. Is that a good lead? I have Sludge Bomb and Rock Slide and such. I'm just trying to think about like switch-ins. I bring Zam because I need... Well, no, actually I can bring Houndoom for Scizor. Bring Houndoom for Scizor, and I bring, what, Primeape? For Tauros? Is that a... Maybe? What can't I break with these three? I guess I can't break Gator. Gator becomes an issue. What about... Feraligator's kind of shit in this gen, though. So, like, Psychic probably, like, maybe 2 shots. If I were to bring this instead of this. Because I don't really need Dark Move. And also, Fire Punch is 100% accurate. It probably smokes Scizor regardless. So I think I actually bring Zam. Zam, Doug. And if he brings Gator, I just, like, whittle it down or something. What, I bring Primeape, maybe?
Finally, the last battle. Red, the last one, the cup of trainers is the opponent. How will the challenger take on the...
I mean, this is making me realize, as someone who hasn't really played any GSC competitive,
Fight. Go for it.
it's like reminding me of one of the reasons why Snorlax is so good, because fighting type moves in this gen are just like not... They're either not that strong or like not that reliable. I'm gonna substitute like a smart person. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna substitute like someone who knows what they're doing, instead of just like raw EQing into the obvious switch out.
Oh, it's Feraligator.
There's the Gator, but I can get some guaranteed chip on this though because I subbed.
Ah, it made a substitute.
Just like you should. Huh, I got him. No. I mean, you can if you want to, but what's it called? It's 30% poison. It's not really 1 in 3 because it's 30%, not 33%. But yeah, close enough, I guess. Should say 3 in 10, which is the same number of letters. I think I actually just Earthquake. I don't like Earthquake. It just does significantly more than Sludge Bomb would because of stab. So we get some chip. Find out. Okay, it has Surf. Did it bring something for Gator? I don't think I really have a switch in. I don't think I have a switch in. Actually, Zam has high speed, like good speed F. The issue that has to be my switch in though. That's the thing. Because if he does have Tauros, I need Primate for that. Pretty guaranteed. My only thing is like if it's Scizor, but also what does Scizor fucking have in this gen, man? Like Scizor just doesn't really have moves. Like Steel Wing. Alright, that did a lot, but we should live one more. I can safely Psychic once. Gauge damage on this. Alright, it's a 2-shot. Good. Good, we don't have to worry about priority from Scizor. So I don't actually need HP on this. I actually just kill for Alligator. Bye-bye. See you later, Alligator. There it is. I was gonna say bye-bye, Gator, but that's not really the right animal, is it? Jolt. Oh, it's Jolteon. Go hard, Doug. Because Jolteon doesn't really have coverage. Jolteon doesn't really have coverage. It might Shadow Ball, though. I guess that's the scary thing. Not really much I can do about that bite. Okay, that doesn't 2-shot me, though. I think I'm gonna end up scaring this thing out again. I mean, oh, never mind. Shit. I fucking misplayed super hard. And I can't sub because that's exactly 1/4 HP. Also, we flinched because, yeah. I think that was a bad play, but I flinched anyway, so like, assuming that would have happened if I clicked Earthquake, it would not have mattered. I think that was a crit because he said something, but usually the announcer says something about that, though, to be fair. Okay, this is bad. I have to go Primate. Because Zam is slower, so it just dies. Guaranteed. I have to go into this, which blows. I could have gone into this on one of the bites, I suppose. This sucks. I think I lose. I think I just lose, man. Please miss. Brother, what the fuck? Yeah, there's no way. There's zero way to win that from that position, man. I'm not even gonna try. Like, I'd have to dodge another Thunder and then breakthrough paralysis. Like, no. I think Doug is fine. I should have just Earthquaked and just not gotten flinched. Or just roll with the same team. That's unfortunate. But I guess if blue and red are the trainers that I lose to, aside from the Elite Four, that does make sense. That checks out. Okay. I still like Lead Doug. I think the 3 that I brought were fine. I mean, I guess like the only thing would be I just can't risk Tauros being in the back, man. Because if I hadn't flinched and I Earthquake, that would have destroyed Jolteon, and then I would have had a healthy Doug to like Sludge Bomb Meganium or Earthquake Typhlosion, or, you know, get a little bit of chip on Tauros or something. Lead Typh. Lead Typh is tricky. Like, he might just switch anyway. What are his switch-ins to EQ, though? Meganium? Because I'm just thinking, I'm like, this thing probably smokes me with, like, Fire Move. But I'm thinking if I sub and I dodge Fire Blast, I can at least scout, I guess, for what this thing has. But I guess I don't... I mean, I'm faster, though, too. I'm Earthquaking. I'm just gonna Earthquake. Okay, it's Flamethrower anyway, so it would have broke my sub. Yeah, it would have broke my sub and I'd be in the same exact position. So I just Earthquake again. It doesn't matter if they go Meganium. Quick attack. Further what? Why did that do so much? Doug is so frail, man. That Typhlosion knows how to Dougie now, at least. They hath learned.
The next Pokémon needs to be prepared. Oh, it's Feraligatr.
Growlithe, I think? I mean... My concern is if it's Jolteon in the back, because obviously you don't go hard into that on Doug, but also we just died a bite anyway. So I think the answer is actually I just take my chip and pray that Jolt isn't in the back. And if it is, I might just lose again. Yeah, I should bring a better Mon for Gator. Like, Lantern might unironically be a good bring. If I lose again, I'll bring Lantern next time. Because the biggest thing with Lantern is fearing coverage Earthquake from either this or... Well, then again, if this had Earthquake, I feel like it would click it into Zam. Slash. Okay. We would have lived a crit, thankfully. But it's... Why did it not click that the last time? I guess because Doug was in the back, so they were trying to mid-ground, I guess? Okay, so it depends on what his last is. What's your last? Is it Jolteon? Do I lose? It's Tauros. Okay. I kind of want to Thunder Wave this, because I don't think Cross Chop... I mean, Psychic plus Cross Chop might kill. Thunder Wave is 100% accurate in this gen, though. I kind of want to Thunder Wave this, to be honest. Just so that Primeape outspeeds. Well, actually... Primeape is 95, right? Headbutt. We actually live, and that was another thing where I was like, okay, depending on what it clicks, I'm like, it might not die from this range. So now I actually get a chance. I could recover and like Super Predator cheese this, but I think I'd rather just Psychic and get damage off for sure, instead of risking. I didn't really, well, Headbutt did 75. Half of my HP is like 60 something. Okay, so I win. Cool. Won via hacks, but I've also lost via hacks every single time. Well, no, I definitely misplayed a few times, but yeah, this thing's 110, whereas Primeape is 95, right? Yeah. So obviously, like, if I had missed Cross Chop or something, that would have been something, but I had Primeape for this specifically. Let's go! I'm ready to play literally anything else on stream, although I don't want to... It was fun to a certain extent, but I think, definitely kind of frustrating, and definitely, I still have a fondness for this game for sure, but definitely need a break. Definitely need a break from this. We can kind of chat about what might be a possibility to be next and all of that. Got Dodrio Game Boy. Oh shit. What the hell? Rival? Oh, that's right. You do the rival battle and that unlocks... Yeah. Okay, we actually have one more fight. Oh, shit. So, is he gonna have the Johto starters also, though? It's like, how do you pick that? Otherwise, he usually has Sneasel, Magneton, Haunter, or Gengar, maybe in this case. What else? I don't remember what else this guy usually runs, but... Bring you for Sneasel. Bring... I might just bring the same damn team I just did, to be perfectly honest. So I'm anticipating a similar sort of layout here. Barry... Did I bring Blastoise? Or who did I bring as my Restmon? I think I did. Yeah. I brought Blastoise, I brought Zam, I brought Houndoom, and I brought... Oh, wait a second. Oh, shit. I mean... These weren't an option in Gym Leader Castle, so I am tempted to actually get a chance to use these guys. Which, this is part of the ROM hack, though, to be fair. Usually these guys aren't unlocked yet, so maybe I shouldn't. But it seems like fun, though, and fun is fun. I'm gonna bring Mewtwo to troll. I wonder if these guys are legal in round 2. Kind of doubt it, but maybe. I'm gonna bring Ho-Oh instead of Houndoom. Fuck it. And then what was my last? What was my... Jolteon. But I don't think... No Minberry, though. I'm very tempted to just frickin' fucking bring Mewtwo, though. Oh, we're all level 100s, too. Oh, shit. That's my other option. I have Dugtrio for Magneton. I have Primeape for Sneasel. I've got Alakazam for Gengar, in theory. So, like... I've got Ho-Oh for potential Grass. I've got Blastoise for potential Fire. I need something for potential Water, which is why I was thinking Jolt. Man, this game's put me through so much shit. I'm gonna bring... I mean, I love Celebi, but it doesn't have grass coverage. I don't know what it is about this mon that I love so much, though. It does have Heal Bell, though, which is nice. But no grass move is kind of annoying. What about... Raikou has Thunder, that's why. Yeah... No, bring Raikou instead of Jolt, and I might regret this, but fuck it. Let's go with it. It's just a 1v1 anyway, so it's not the worst thing ever if I lose. Oh, he's cheating. I see. Oh. He's just fucking cheating. Okay. Cool. This deals with Ho-Oh. This obliterates Ho-Oh with Rock Slide. This can check Mewtwo because it has such high special defense. I like Lead Doug, but I need something for Mewtwo, and I think Zam is my switch in and then I T-Wave, and then I'll have to chip it down, unfortunately. I can Roar out. I didn't put Minberry on this one, unfortunately. Or this. I think Raikou. Oh, wait, I get to bring 6? Oh. This should be... This should be trivial, right? Granted, I brought Ho-Oh, but if I don't have to bring out Ho-Oh, then I won't. We want to keep it, like, fair, I suppose? Lead Mewtwo. Yeah, I think, like I said, I just go Zam on what is probably Psychic move, and then I T-Wave.
That Pokemon must not have been the right choice. Oh, it's Alakazam.
Zalaka-Am.
The other trainer is also changing Pokemon.
Interesting.
Oh, it's Lugia.
Lugia, I didn't bring Toxic, so
How will this newly switched out
T-Waving everything seems kind of good. Oh shit. Well, this might just one-shot me, though.
there's the attack? Whoop, that missed.
Never mind, that 5% chance to miss. GG's.
It used Thunder Wave. It's hit by paralysis. They're both hanging tough.
Yeah, again, I didn't bring the most well-rounded team, but I go Raikou here. The legendary beasts are normally pickable anyway, in like regular play. And they were pickable in Gym Leader Castle, I just never really felt the need to bring them. I could have done this as a 3v3, I think, but whatever. But Reflect? No, I'm just thundering. I'm just gonna fucking thunder here. Beautiful.
It shrouded itself with safeguard.
Well, you're already paralyzed, so good job. Good work. I mean, I guess it prevents me from T-Waving the other guys for 5 turns. Nice!
Oh, and down it goes.
I also tend to have good luck with Thunder in this game, compared to, most. But then again, I usually don't take that risk in the mainline games. Maybe I should, though, because Thunder always has, like, a sick animation, though. Although I'm trying to think, I don't remember Gen 5's Thunder animation for some reason.
Continue.
Maybe it's, I mean, it's probably kind of similar to Gen 4's, maybe. This thing might have Earthquake, but I only really need this for this Mon, so I think I'm gonna Reflect, actually.
Get ready to go.
I'm gonna Reflect on the situation here. This just really ponder. Obviously a different kind of Reflect, but
Physical attack.
yeah. So Earthquake comes out here, which is what I was kind of expecting.
Earthquake. That had to hurt. A hot battle is unfolding.
I said I was gonna try to not bring out my own Ho-Oh, and this doesn't have Mint Berry, so resting doesn't really make sense here. So I just go for Thunder. Try. Nice. Wait, to see Sacred Fire's animation.
Sacred fire.
Oh, that's right. It's kind of...
Yes, it's going down.
Honestly, Sacred Fire's animation kind of underwhelming. I would say Aeroblast is kind of the same way, though, TBH.
There's a big difference in the
Oops.
number of Pokemon
Finger slipped.
on each side.
I think just teach him how to Dougie, right? Like, I don't...
They're ready to go. This Pokemon is back for another go.
Can we get
They're both hanging tough.
Can we get a teach me how to Dougie reference count for this playthrough? It's like every time I talk about Doug Trio, it's like, oh, the same fucking joke.
The Pokeball opens to
Cue the laugh track.
what'll it do? That did little damage.
Yeah, that did jack shit.
The safeguard wore off. How will this Pokemon
Go back into Zam.
the flow of battle?
The safeguard's down, so like I can T-Wave
The Pokemon
on the potential switch.
The Pokemon appears with a cry. There's the attack.
Oh, that's right, because this thing switched out turn 1 for some reason, but then they decided to switch into it
Attack will this Pokemon
after. I'm gonna T-Wave.
have on the battle?
Yeah, because then we paralyze Ho-Oh.
Switching Pokemon. This Pokemon is rejoining the
I think Reflect is still up for us. Never mind. Never mind. I've got an idea. I'm just thinking, like, if I can clutch this with 3 Mons, I'm, like, kind of trying to... I know Reflect's no longer up, but I'm gonna go Doug, even though it's probably a misplay, just because I have 5 Mons left. And this thing's also paralyzed. Who will win, a crippled chicken or 5 actual Pokemon? I'm kidding. Obviously, this thing that was a lucky dodge. I dodged an Aeroblast and that. I think they're both just 95 accurate, unless it's different in this gen. I can look it up. Yeah, just slide anyway. The more chip on Mewtwo, the better. It might have recover, maybe. Sacre. I don't know how to say fire in French. Yeah, no, I think it was always 95 accurate. I think Aeroblast is the same thing. 195. I just keep chipping down Mewtwo. I'm pretty sure this is how you unlock these Mons, and then like maybe Mew and Celebi are like round 2 unlocks or something. Just recover. Oh. You caught me monologuing. Can't believe it. I would say I should have T-waved, but I got outsped anyway, so. Who cares? I mean, I kind of feel like I sort of need Doug for Ho-Oh, but I have Blastoise also. But also, Mewtwo is... Mewtwo base 130? I think it is. I mean, it outsped fucking... It outsped Alakazam, which is base 120, so it must be. It probably one-shots Dougie, right? I would have brought a different team if I had known this was a 6v3. And I was saying I could probably do this as a 3v3 if I brought the appropriate 3, that is. Which I thought I was, which I thought I was. I could have brought a better counter for Mewtwo, that's for damn sure. But I probably again, if I didn't want to mess around with Ho-Oh, I would have brought Houndoom instead, which, you know, doesn't like completely counter Mewtwo, but it does enough. It does what it needs to do. Okay, well, we don't get the 50% burn. Potential 50% burn as a safeguard. We crit. That's kind of... that does matter. That does, in fact, matter. T-Punch. We're a Ho-Oh, though, so super high speed F. A lot, though. Damn. Nice. Ripperoni. I know using Ho-Oh is technically cheating, but like Houndoom would have done the same shit and actually more effectively because of Crunch. Yeah, Spadef is nasty. I'm kind of getting tired of standing, but I can tough it out to the end of this battle. Just gotta stretch my legs a little bit. Not stand still for too long, basically. Also, Silver being here makes the title a, like, quadruple entendre, if that's the right... I mean, it's not like a... Not because it's a sexual thing, but, you know, painting the town red. Also, like, the red being associated with blood, and so it's like, you know, fucking murking the gym leaders, red being a trainer, Silver has red hair. Let me just explain the joke. No one's watching this shit to the very end anyway. On the VOD, there's no way. And if you did, you should leave a comment. Let me know. Oh, they're gonna do a whole credit sequence of, like... Interesting. Just like Magby's not circular, so it just kind of, yeah. We get the evolutions. We get the Kanto starters, the fully evolved versions at least. Some random shit. Some super random shit. The fossils. Psyduck, yeah, some more random mons, just like just spinning on a not like a center axis. It's kind of fun though. I'm not like making fun necessarily, but I mean like I am, but in a fun way. Primeape, Diglett, some first forms, Octillery. Oh, they just put Sunflora with the round mons, where it makes no sense. Got the Burbs, Bird Up. Freaking Pidgeot's fat ass trying to like keep itself afloat. U2. Hitmonlee. The Hitmons. Hitmontop is still the best one in my opinion. The coolest one. IMO. Geodude flexing on him. We've got the Super Smash Brothers kind of angle here. Was that Brawl, I think? Where they pan the camera? It has to be, because Melee just has like a bespoke opening. And I mean, I guess that's bespoke to Brawl's opening, to be fair, but yeah. Friggin' Heracross is like, get me out of here. The Blobs and Kingler. Fully evolved fossils if Kabutops is going to show up. The baby birds. Birding up one more time. Skarmory's probably hunting them down for food. To feed the non-existent pre-evo of Skarmory that is referenced in the Pokédex. Or rather, I guess, is that that's how evolution works in Pokemon, though. It's like, as Skarmorys grow up, it's like they're in, like, nests are made of brambles or something, and so they, you know, get cut up to the point where they callus until it turns to steel or some shit. But I feel like that's a little bit brutal for, like, overtly brutal for them to do an actual pre-evo for Skarm. And if that were to have happened, it would have happened a long time ago, I think. That would have been like a Gen 3 thing, because famously, I think a lot of people confuse Skarm for being a Gen 3 mon, because it's like very rare in Gen 2, whereas in Gen 3 it's still rare, but like you'll find it on your way to Fall Arbor Town with Spinda and all them. So I know when I saw Skarmory, well, I don't know. I feel like I would have played Stadium 2 at that point, but I don't know. I was like a young kid, so like I don't know if I would have paid that close attention to like all the mons available in Stadium 2 to make the connection. But Stadium 2 might have been the way that I eventually realized and learned that mons like, you know, Lantern and Magcargo and Skarm and some others are Gen 2 mons and not Gen 3 mons, despite them being found more easily in Ruby Sapphire. Like Chinchou. Is it Chinchou or Chinchou? Because like it's usually that particular suffix is pronounced O in like, because it's literally a Japanese syllable. So, you know, Raikou, Daisojo in terms of like SMT, for instance. At least I'm pretty sure. I'm not an expert by any means. We got the Fire Dogs and then Eradicate. And then the deer-like mons. Giraffe, deer, close enough. I mean, it's a giraffe with deer-like proportions, basically. Until we get for a giraffe way later. Starmie moving its arms around, kind of like its Mega does, so I'll reiterate that even though it is definitely goofy, and I wish they did a little more with it, it's fitting the inspiration and all that. I still don't love the Mega Starmie design. I would still prefer regular proportion Starmie, like kind of moving and schmoving, but yeah. Mega D-Knight, though, that Mon gets way too much hate. I don't know what people were smoking when they... Because that was the first new Mega revealed since XY, and I'm like, this is one of the better Mega designs, though. It's not amazing, it's not one of my absolute favorites, but like, if you, especially if you use the shiny, I mean, like, it's pretty sick. I like it at least, I don't know. A lot of other Mega designs are just like, what if Aerodactyl had spikes on its face? What if Sharpedo had spikes on its face? What other Mega has spikes on its face? Fucking stupid ass looking designs, dude. There's plenty of cool Megas, but like, I went through it in my Sinking Sapphire playthrough where it's like about half the Megas are ones that I legitimately like the designs of. And that was pre most of the ZA Megas being announced and all that. People acting like there weren't stupid-ass Mega designs back in Gen 6, man. I think old heads, including myself at the time, didn't really vibe with a lot of the Mega designs at the time, and I kind of still don't. Again, like probably like half and half. And some of those it took a lot of time, too. Like, I was very, like, skeptical of Mega Evolution, but I think in comparison to what we got after, I would much prefer it, because it just feels like, you know, using another Mon, as opposed to, like, Z moves just feel cheap and unpredictable. Never was really a fan of Dynamax. I mean, it's kind of fun to mess around with in Sword and Shield, I guess, but it's also limited because, like, the gym trainers only use it on their last, and it's hyper predictable, and if you use it turn 1, you can just sweep instantly because of how max moves work. But it's for kids and blah blah blah, whatever excuses people want to make, whatever, it's fine. But it was fun to mess around with in-game. Competitively not a fan. Terra, I think, is a very interesting mechanic, but definitely has its downsides, and I think after what is going to end up being, I think, 5 years of Terra being... well, okay, I guess we're in Champions meta now, so, like, Megas are back. So, like, technically, we don't, like, in the official competitive, what's it called? Metagames, Terra is technically already cycled out for the time being. But I think it is an interesting mechanic. It's probably my second favorite to Megas, but, like, I'm just, like, kind of like, why do we even need a gimmick every gen anyway, to begin with? Just, like, make good JRPGs. Like, what if a Pokemon game was just, like, a good JRPG? And we didn't have to rely on gimmicks to sell toys? I wonder. I wonder what that might be like. Anyway, Mega Evolution's pretty cool, though. And I do like a good number of the new Megas, to be honest. Both design-wise and, like, with some of the abilities they gave some of these guys, it's kind of cracked. I'm a little scared of, like, the Z Megas. I'm like, why are these so fast? Like, why is Absol, Lucario, and Chomp Z, like, why are they all 151 base speed? Like, that's really dumb. But I guess we'll see. What's up, Gustavo? Hey, I mean, it's... Again, I went over the quadruple kind of reference. It's not necessarily murking them, per se. It's, you know, painting the town red as in, you know, going out and having a little celebration. This was kind of like a victory lap, to a certain extent. I mean, I not one-shot, but, like, I one-attempted everyone except for blue and red. So, you know, it's a fun painting the town red, come on. But also maybe beating up a little bit on some of the leaders. But also Red is, you know, his name's Red, and Silver has red hair, and I kind of forgot about that ahead of time, but yeah. It's all fun and games. Except for when this game haxes me and I lose my shit. Oh shit, we got a Lance versus Claire fight here. Kingdra going for Hyper Beam on D-Knight, and D-Knight ready to eat that shit. Oh look, it's Chris. Is this like the only reference to that, to the female Protag in Crystal in this game? Let's see. So, does it say anything about Stadium? Chris makes a cameo appearance during the end credits. Yeah, that's all it says here on Bulbapedia. Interesting. So that's the only time you see Chris's portrait in this game. Very interesting, yeah. Satoru Iwata, rest in peace, of course. I mean, his name is going to be on pretty much any Nintendo game from this era, to be fair. Alright. Holy. So I know technically the ROM hack unlocked these guys from the get-go. Oh, wait. Never mind. I was like, what? Oh, right. Like, okay, yeah. Farfetch'd with Baton passive where I normally can't get that. Please take good care of it. Okay. Cool. If I wanted to transfer that to a Gen 2 game, I could actually do that, because this emulator does support GBC connectivity. Yeah, round 2, baby. The title screen update. Yeah, round 2. See the R2. Okay, so it... Yeah, round 2. We're not gonna do this, but... Yeah, so it's like evening now. It's evening now. It's evening now. So, like, only the things that are round 2, which I think is just the stadiums and Gym Leader Castle. So, like, you'll notice... Yeah, all of these can be done again, but harder. And then, Gym Leader Castle is the same deal. But no thanks. Not for now, at least. Maybe I'll chip away at the stadiums if I feel like pulling my hair out on my own time. And then Stadium, Gym Leader Castle... Oh, I said Stadium. Gym Leader Castle round 2 we can potentially do later on.